Greg?
Claudine, good evening to you. Tensions escalating between the Trump administration and California Democrats over both the use of members of the military and ongoing immigration enforcement. More protests are expected in L.A., the Bay Area, and cities across the country tonight.
This was provoked by the White House.
L.A. Mayor Karen Bass and the leaders of 30 Southern California cities calling for an end to immigration sweeps and the withdrawal of National Guard troops and Marines from the city. It follows the first night of a curfew in parts of downtown that saw LAPD arrest more than 200 people that splintered from mostly peaceful demonstrations. Bass blaming the president for a chaotic escalation.
Maybe we are part of a national experiment to determine how far the federal government can go in reaching in and taking over power from a governor, power from a local jurisdiction.
Democrats like Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass shamefully failed to meet their sworn obligations to their citizens. They didn't have the courage to do the right thing and protect law-abiding Californians from rioters.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt throwing the blame back at California leaders, saying protests would not stop immigration enforcement. She confirmed ICE agents have arrested 330 migrants in L.A. since last week. The administration spotlighting people with prior convictions as well as violent incidents during protests.
Democrats talk about chaos inflicted by the Trump administration's actions, but the visuals that are being seen look like chaos in the streets with a response. And right now, that works to Trump and the MAGA advantage.
This is about all of us. This is about you. California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next.
Governor Newsom delivered his strongest rebuke yet of the president in an evening address as he warned other states. On Capitol Hill, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth told senators he's prepared to send the National Guard to other cities if necessary.
Part of it is getting ahead of a problem so that if in other places, if there are other riots in places where law enforcement officers are threatened, we would have the capability to surge National Guard there if necessary.
President Trump responded to Newsom on Truth Social, writing, "The incompetent governor of California was unable to provide protection in a timely manner when our ICE officers, great patriots they are, were attacked by an out-of-control mob of agitators, troublemakers, and/or insurrectionists." As Newsom takes Trump to court, experts say the political ramifications of the moment are also huge.
While we're testing the bounds of the rule of law and what that looks like is an important test, not just of their ability to be on TV and play to the moment. It's also about their ability to find the themes that can catapult them each forward.
Today, the Justice Department responded to California's emergency request to block military members from doing more than protecting federal buildings. Trump's lawyers called the claims baseless and a, quote, crass political stunt. Certainly all eyes on tomorrow's court hearing at federal court in San Francisco at 1:30 tomorrow.
Yes, there's a lot of people watching those developments and kind of what they mean. Governor Newsom made some comments yesterday about how California, it's not just happening to California, it could happen in all these other states. Are we getting any kind of indication, because protests have been happening nationwide, that there is a move to put National Guard or the Marines in any of these other states?
So there's two parts of this, right? There's reporting that Governor Newsom is hearing from other blue state governors that are saying, how are you doing this? What are the processes you're taking? What are the legal actions that you're taking? And certainly they'll be watching what happens in court tomorrow. And there's the other side of this in a state like Texas, where Republican Governor Greg Abbott has voluntarily called in the National Guard there to say, we're getting ahead of this. We support what President Trump is doing. And so we're putting these people in place just in case. And so we could see that move from other red states. But this really is turning into a politicized event, red versus blue. And we expect to see more of that as we move forward.
And who gets to say if Governor Abbott does it? He gets to say as governor, which is the argument the Governor Newsom's saying is that not that they should never be in play, but that he should have the call.
That's right.
Mayor Bass should have a
And that'll
call.
be the argument that they will make in court tomorrow that they already have posited to the judge, which is to say, I was skipped over in this process. Governor Newsom is saying that, and we'll see what the judge rules tomorrow.